So we just want to take a few moments to celebrate our patient community, really. Yes, okay. So the majority of us have met through social media. I really don't know where we would be if we didn't have social media. I remember a few years ago that I wasn't the biggest fan of things like Facebook, but I would never have met most of you people here today if it hadn't been for sites like that. I've also been fortunate enough to get my story into the media, and I've met a few people through that as well. But we've done a lot together. We've done fundraising walks. We've raised money for SCAD research in America for the Mayo Clinic. We've done fundraising events for the British Heart Foundation. We've attended conferences together. We're telling our stories and expressing our need for the research. And we've just had friendly get-togethers. So my SCAD was in March of 2012. So I've known many of you now for over 3 years. And I count many of you as my friends. You know, we met through an horrendous experience like SCAD, but I've been very fortunate that I've now got a new circle of friends through that experience. And together we've achieved so much. I think we should be really proud of what we've done. The website that the Leicester Group have generated for us, it really demonstrates so much of what we've achieved. So obviously getting the research underway, promoting that within our group, going to the research days. We've produced patient materials to get information out there, materials that are used for clinicians, which Dave and Abby take around to their conferences, all helping to raise the profile of SCAD. But of course, there's more to do. So we're all very proud of what we've done so far. So what do we do to move forward? And lots of you have asked me about this already this morning, so it's with great excitement, huge pleasure that I can announce to you that we actually now have our own charity. And we are called... I can say it now. I can say it now. We're very recently registered, so we're just in the process of getting lots of all the background stuff set up, but we're on our way. We are a founding team of four trustees, and no prizes for guessing that Debbie and Karen are my partners in crime. And we're also very honoured to have Debbie's sister Jackie, give us a wave, Jackie, as our treasurer. So Jackie is an accountant, and of course being a relative of a SCAD survivor, that brings an important perspective to the organisation as well. So our mission is threefold, and really we want to continue the work that we've already been doing as an informal patient group. Now that we have the registered charity, we just have that little bit more leverage, a bit more formality to carry out the work that we've already been doing. So primary focuses are in relation to raising awareness and providing support. So we will be developing our website through the first year, and Debbie will talk about that a little bit more in a moment. We have longer term plans in relation to developing educational programs for medics, so this is something we will work very closely with our researchers on, hopefully with the British Heart Foundation, and continue the great relationship that we've built over the last few years. In terms of support, so we really want to take our patient network to the next level. So I think many of you have been in receipt of my contact list over the years, also known as my stalkers list. But we're going to make that more of a formal database so that it's much easier to put us in contact with one another and know other SCAD patients in our area. And of course the research, we will continue to promote the research, and hopefully we will be at a point where we've raised funds so that we can donate to the research and keep that going so that we get the answers that we're looking for. So I'm going to hand over to Karen, who's going to talk a little bit more about...
Again?
Do you want me to put the slide on?
Yes, please. technology, can't cope with too much technology. Okay, so it's now talking about what you can do to help us in this. It's our charity, not just ours, it's our charity. And there's lots of things that you can do to help us. And as you can see from here, there's things like share your story. And some people's stories are just so full of emotion, and they're so dramatic, and they're worth sharing, and they're worth telling the story. SCAD is a rare disease. Although we're talking about the fact there's probably a lot more out there than realised, it's still comparatively rare. And so the only way that we can make ourselves heard is to tell our stories and share that information to help people in the future who might have a SCAD. If some of the health professionals out there have heard a little bit about it, they might think twice before they tell you you're having a panic attack or whatever. Distribute information, take information to your local cardiology unit, talk to the rehab nurses, take information to your GP. My GP actually now can asks me if I've got anything new to tell him about SCAD when I see him, which is very refreshing. There's obviously the online forums, which a lot of you are already participating in, and hopefully will continue to as new SCAD patients join the forum. It's about mentoring them, it's about helping them. We try to avoid advice as such, but we have to be there for them and show them that there is life after a SCAD. Hosting local meetups. The thing about your labels with the funny coloured dots and shapes on, the whole point of that was for you to find somebody else with the same colour shape and discover that they were in your locality. Okay, the region's sort of a little bit broad, but Midlands, south, east, southwest, northeast, northwest. But at least it gives you an idea of who else there is geographically relatively near to you, and you might want to have local meetups and share information. There's also obviously the research, which we've heard about earlier from Abby and Dave, and we'll continue to hear more about later. It's really vital that we sign up for the research, and we encourage others to sign up for it too, because we want answers. We want answers. No pressure, we want answers. And then obviously, because we're a charity, it means we can now raise money. And of course, the money that we raise is going to be used to support those three things: awareness, support, and research. So doing fundraising events, hosting your own event, volunteering at another event, sharing your skills and ideas with us. And we have got a form. Oh, are we emailing it? The skills thing? Printed. We've printed some skill sheets, and we ask you if you're willing to do anything to help the Beat SCAD charity. You can fill one of the forms in and suggest what it is that you might like to do to help. If you have a particular skill that you would like to offer to our cause, that would be absolutely brilliant. So they will be put out. We'll have those out on the table somewhere for the break. Yes. Okay, so next year. What we thought we would do to start off the Beat SCAD charity efforts is February is Heart Month, and it also happens to be on the 29th of February, the Rare Disease Day. Yes, it's 20. I'm just checking. That's a leap. It's a leap. So of course that's a double whammy for us, because not only are we a heart-related issue, but we are also a rare disease. So it seems obvious that we have to do things in February when there's lots of other things going on related to our condition. The theme is to be announced. We have some ideas, but we're going to ask you later if you have some ideas as well. So that will be fabulous, and we'll let you more about that later. We're also hoping to have a family walk next year, And the date that we're suggesting is the 18th of June. We don't have a location as yet. Obviously it is difficult when you are so distributed across the UK and beyond. So we're going to have a look at how we might do that, and it might be that we have one big one, or we might have a couple of walks on the same day but in different parts of the country. And then finally, if you can face it after today, we are hoping to run another conference next year, and we already have a date, the 12th of November, in mind. And again, at the end of the day, there will be some feedback forms where you can tell us what worked today, what didn't work today, and if you think you would like another one. So. And now, the next bit is the really exciting bit, I think, and I'm going to hand over to Debbie, the technical guru.
I've never spoken on a microphone either. So we have, can you hear me, everybody? We have launched today our website. The website is there to support all our aims of support, awareness and research. There are loads of links on there, loads of information, a lot of which you know from various talks we had this morning. But there's also space for you guys to tell us your story and to get your views up on there as well. We also have today set up a Twitter account and a Facebook account because we all met over social media, most of us, so why not use it to our advantage? So our Twitter account is @beatscad.uk, @beatscaduk. And #BeatSCADUK would be great if you're ever tweeting anything. Unfortunately, SCAD has been taken by Savannah,
an American university.
Savannah College of Art and something or other. Art and Design. We also have a Facebook page, BeatSCADUK. So like us, please. And that's about it on the website, isn't it, I think? Yes. Our first fundraising exercise for the charity, since you're all here. You may have seen some raffle prizes at the back. We're going to hold a raffle to raise some money for the charity, and we'll be wandering around probably at tea break to do the tickets, and we will, I think we're doing a silent pick, aren't we?
Yes.
So we'll pick out the tickets at some point and put the winners on the actual prizes. So at the end of the day, just wander around and see if you won anything.
We should run in together.
Oh, yes.
Yes, come on.
Together now. Together.
Be SCAD.